Throwbits 21 here, Chris. I'm doing a video, Army episode 2, about why I joined the military. Sorry for the long pause. This is for Jessica VS, I think it is. I'll put it at the top of the screen right there. Shout out to her saying, hey, she asked me a question, why did I join the military? Actually, initially, a funny story was I was going to join the Navy. I would have been on a ship 6 months out of the year, traveling the world, seeing everything the world has to offer. When I was 18 years old, when I was 16, they were, grooming me. 17, your parents can sign you over. You're going to be on ships. You're going to be on this, blah blah blah. You're going to be in the Navy. It's going to be great. Go Navy, and all this good stuff. And then I started leaning towards not going into the Navy because they told me I had to be on a boat for 6 months. And me being on a ship for 6 months, not seeing land, I'm not really, that too into being on a ship for 6 months with a bunch of guys. I know there's females, obviously, but it just wasn't enticing to me to not be able to get off the boat, and not be on solid ground. So I told him that I think about it, and he kept harassing me, and I told him just forget it. I was like, I don't want to join the Navy. I was like, just, never mind. So I didn't join the Navy, regardless. And before I graduated high school, to actually make the decision to go in the military, I was totally against the military at one time when I was about 18, 19. But during that time, my daughter Kayla, she's 10 years old. This year she'll be 11, and this summer she'll be 11 years old. It makes me feel like I'm an old man, I know. But she came along. I found out I was going to have a baby at 18 years old. 17 is when I found out, obviously. And then I was 18 when she was born, and all military was, you think it would make sense to join the military for all the benefits, but at the time I had no high school diploma. I had no GED. I had nothing. I dropped out of high school to take care of Kayla, and that whole thing of trying to take care of a child at that young. I started working, and had a job when I was 18. I ended up going into the audiovisual realm, which if anyone has questions about audiovisual, I can tell you a whole heck of a lot about audiovisual. I did it for 2 years. I worked for a company called Presentation Services. You can actually look it up on the internet if you like, and Google it if you think I'm blowing smoke up your tail. ep2 actually worked for too, which is obviously audiovisual headquarters. I worked for a company called PS, Presentation Services, and then ep2 actually took it over. But beside the point, I did that for 2 years, and then they let me go. And the thing I realized during that time was that when I got let go, I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a job. I didn't know where to go for money. And I was at my dire straits. My parents and my family really didn't help me very much. They helped me sometimes, but they didn't help me a lot of the time that I actually really needed it. So I was, I was skipping rent. I couldn't make my rent. I couldn't pay my bills. It was horrible. It was horrible in the sense that I couldn't pay my bills. So what I decided when I was 20 was I needed to start working. Or I needed to start, getting rid of stuff to make money and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And I started doing some stuff that wasn't tip top, wasn't the most honest things you can do. I started selling a lot of my things. I started getting rid of things. I started selling DJ equipment that I had, speakers, amps, turntables, getting in trouble, running around with the wrong people, doing stupid stuff. And I didn't really make a lot of money doing that. Doing bad things, but I had a place to stay, and I had a little bit of money in my pocket, and I wasn't very proud of the things that I was doing and where I was at and where I was going. I didn't want to be the same, same guy sitting on the corner, 10, 15, 20 years from now. No offense to the people that are still in my hometown and stuff, and all the towns all over the world, but I didn't see myself staying somewhere 5, 10, 20 years, and then Kayla coming up to me when she was 10, 15 years old, or however old she was going to be, and say, Daddy, you haven't done anything with your life. What have you done besides staying in the same place and not have a job and be pretty much a loser, and not do anything that's worthwhile, that was righteous in my life. That's the big thing, was that it wasn't righteous. Nothing I was doing was worth the dang, and I didn't really have a full job. So what I did was I thought about it long and hard. I know this is a big spiel. I know I talk too much. The people that are actually watching this for the punchline of why I joined the military, and probably fast forwarding through a bunch of it, I guess. But I joined the military when I was 20 years old, so that way my daughter Kayla Ariel would be proud of something I did in my life. That she would come to me when she was 12 or 13 and realized that all the times that I was gone, all the times that I was deployed, you know, all the times that I was in training, all the times I couldn't be there for her, that it was for something that was worthwhile, that it was something that she could be proud of, you know, saying my daddy's in the military. And me being in the military, people don't know that I'm in the military some of the time, besides the people around here, obviously, because in such a small knit neighborhood, hey, oh, he's in the Army, you know, but not even many people know that, you know, I'm an MP, I'm a military policeman, or they just think I'm that guy that drives around in a patrol car, you know, once in a while and takes an ambulance or does this or does that, and that's not all that we do. You know, and then you see the gung-ho videos of all these, you know, people shooting stuff that it's not there. It's like, I'm very private in that sense that I don't just openly, you know, oh yeah, you know, killed this many people and that many people, and that's the #1 question I always got being in the military, especially in Colorado where I was before. It was the #1 question I would get from kids in school, in interviews at high schools and stuff like that when I was coming back from Iraq, you know, a couple times and back from, you know, overseas and deployments and stuff. It's like, how many people have you killed? You know, that's like me walking up to a policeman and saying, how many people have you killed, officer? Or how many people have you, you know, arrested? You know, it's just not something that we like to talk about. And, you know, Kayla never asked me that question. She just cared that I was gone. But she, I hope, you know, she's 10 years old and she's, you know, thinks she's 20 and stuff, but, you know, I hope one day that she can actually say that she is proud of me, the things that I've done in my life, and not think that I'm a bum. And I have traveled the world, and I've been in Europe, and, you know, Iraq, and being overseas on deployments, and to actually be proud of what I've done. You know, I can support my family, I can support, you know, all my children, I can support, you know, my wife, you know, I can support, you know, everyone that's in my life and give them stuff that I never had. You know, when I was growing up, you know, I didn't have the things that the kids nowadays, you know, I talk like I'm an old man, but I'm not. I'm 29, but when I grew up, I had, you know, I was spoiled. I was spoiled till I was about, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, and then my dad left, and it was just my mom, and, you know, just, you know, we got what we could, but I want to give my children everything that, you know, obviously the cliche of everything that I never had, and that's what I'm trying to do now. And I think I'm, you know, doing an okay job most of the times. I get kicked in the ass by Sophie, but for the most part I am, and I hope that she is proud of me. If anybody has any comments, video responses for this video, you can leave your comments below. And I hope I do get comments, because it's kind of disheartening when you get 1 or 2 or 3 comments for videos, especially like these. And I really would like to see more comments. And if you have a video response to this of why you joined the military, then give me a video response below. I'll put it on my channel, I'll put it on Facebook, I'll put it wherever you want. I'll make a collage of all the videos put together if you want to send them straight to my account. If not, you know, people will check them out. It's a great topic, actually, why people join the military. A lot of people join for different reasons. Mine is actually one of the rare ones. Not rare, but to me it sounds like it's rare. Everybody joins, you know, money, security, you know, medical, dental. Mine was just so my little girl would be proud of something I did. You know, now I have 3 children. I hope that every single one of them and my wife, you know, Sophie, are proud of what I do every day, you know. Even though sometimes some of you people think they're not doing anything, but I do. And I'm always watching. I'm always watching somehow, everybody. But that's all I'm going to say on this subject. Why did I join the military? This will be episode 2. Stay tuned for episode 3, which will be coming soon. I will probably wait for another good comment question and then roll with that one. Okay? Everyone stay safe and enjoy the decent weather here in Europe. Have a nice week. Tomorrow's Monday. I will post another video tomorrow. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.